What's up, y'all? This Exodus One, aka Indigo Sky, aka Trigger Ranking. Want y'all to like, subscribe, share. Definitely hit the notification bell. If you'd like to support the channel, cash up in the description. If you'd like to follow me on any other platforms, everything in the top description of my YouTube. With that being said, let's get this show on the road, man. Cut this shit down. So it's early in the morning. Cut this stuff down some. Hold Hey, what's up? Kelly, what up? How you doing, Kelly? Shout out, shout out. What's up, okay, Mika? What did it say, Mika? Fan Stitch Show? What's up, how you doing? Sing, rap, producer, do everything. Electric eyes are everywhere. See that girl, she knows I'm watching. She likes the way I stare. And they say, why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does it do me that way? Oh, you tell me your name? I'm from Florida, but I live in Atlanta. Where y'all from? it's some funny shit on what between Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, bro. That shit, they got some funny shit on there, y'all. Like, bro, you will be dying laughing, my nigga. That shit is ridiculously funny, bro. Like, they got some shit on. I gotta get to one of my joints. Joint, hold on. I feel like she need. Hold on, what I said. I like to make myself believe the planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say, but I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. Everything is never as it seems. Oh, I like to make myself believe the planet Earth, it turns slowly. It's hard to say, but I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. 'Cause everything is never as it seems. One more time. One more time for the grind. The planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say, but I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. 'Cause everything is never as it seems. Whoa, I like to make myself believe the planet Earth, it turns slowly. It's hard to say, but I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. 'Cause everything is never as it seems. Alright, y'all, let me go to the wacky world of YouTube. Let's see what's going on with YouTube. Y'all know it's a lot done came through today. He says they did this. There's some Kawhi Leonard trade being put on hold. More clues on this young man, this Nolan Wells situation. Damn. I don't know, y'all. We about to react to Poetic Flacco. It's an update on this Nolan Wells situation. There's a lot of moving parts to it, but we just know that the young man is not with us anymore. Rest in peace to him. Condolences to his family, things of that nature. But let's check out this update, and we're about to react to Poetic Flacco, y'all. Shit crazy.
Know everything about any fragrance just by taking a photo. Get instant details on any perfume.
This Nolan Wells murder investigation just took a dark turn. And we have more information and apparently new details from people that was there that doesn't make sense at all. It feels like when one lie don't work, they come back with another lie. And when that lie don't work, they come back with another lie. But somehow all the lies, even though they're inconsistent, they have one consistent thing. It's Nolan's fault, guys. It's not our fault. Man, cut it out, man. The more you guys talk, the more y'all expose yourselves. Nolan Wells' grandfather, who by the way is a retiree in the Air Force, he proposed a question on Facebook. Now, he believes that Nolan Wells' body essentially was placed there because the discovery of the body doesn't make sense. He goes, too many unanswered questions. How can an island that was searched yesterday produce my grandson's body this morning? There's nothing right about this. Nolan Xavier Wells deserves the same things that people he knew and associated with will enjoy in life. This is very important right here. How was the island that was searched yesterday produce my grandson's body this morning?
We were not on the island, we were in the air.
And from your understanding, was the body again believed to be Noah? Was it found in the same area as where the 18-year-old was last seen?
As I appreciate, it was within close proximity to that northwest corner of the island.
Let's slow that down for a second because that's deep. Now, there's been speculations on where the body was found. The grandfather family said the body was found on the island, on land, not in the water. It was found on land.
So his body was found on land. I was thinking that they left him out in the water and he basically couldn't make it back and got washed up on the shore. I thought that's what happened, but they're saying that the body was on land. So whatever happened to him probably happened on the boat, and they probably try to discard his body, and which is so messed up in so many different ways.
On the island, grandfather brings up the fact that, they had drones out on day one. They had a huge man team on day one. They had planes on day one. They had a lot. They had a lot of resources on day one. And by day one, we're talking about on July 5th, the following day. They were searching from like 6 a.m. to like the nighttime to find that body. So if they couldn't find it on day one, and they searched that entire island, they searched that entire body of water.
So wherever he was, they probably hid his body somewhere. Like, this is crazy. This is messed up, bro. This is horrible. Yeah. This is nasty work right here.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? Or 15 miles. But the body just magically popped up the following day? It doesn't make sense at all to the family. Now, I'm no expert, so please, bro, right? I'm no expert. I don't know about currents. I don't know about the body floating up. I don't know, right? It could very well be expected for the body to be underwater, then float back up and get washed up on shores due to the currents.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm not an expert. I'll leave it up to you guys who know more about that stuff than me. But the family's saying it doesn't make sense and it's suspicious.
This guy there,
Was
we
that body
is strong
placed
as hell, bro.
Or was it
That
was
is
there, or did it just washed up on shore? I don't know, but the family is very suspicious. Now, if you
put
hear
this shit out.
like the captain, I guess of the Cajun Navy,
This week
this is a
good
group
as
who I
fuck,
guess
dog.
went out to search for Nolan and discovered Nolan. They tell you how thoroughly of a job they did. They tell you how much resources was put into this from day one. So it's pretty improbable that they wouldn't find that body on that island
Quickly.
Can you walk us through the timeline from the moment that Nolan was reported missing?
Sure. So to the best of my knowledge, again, I didn't get a call till that next day. As I appreciate, late that evening, Nolan was on the beach. The vessel that he came with left, and from there, we don't know what happened, right? Again, I'm just a volunteer, I'm running volunteer operations. I'm not law enforcement. So what happened really isn't what I'm looking for. What I look for a search is that last known location, and then specifics about the area or specifics about the person. Knowing that at northwest corner of Horn Island was what we call the LKO, last known location. From there, we
LKO. Last
we looked
known.
at the weather conditions, tidal conditions, wind conditions to come up with a plan, come up with a grid on what we could do. As within 30 to 45 minutes of when I got notification of him missing from the family and then from the mother, we had surface vessels, that's boats, that were in the area starting to search. We also had 2 drones that were in the air, as well as boots on the ground on the island doing a manual walk to look for Nolan there.
They had boats to check the water. They had planes to check the area. They had manual walkers. They had drones. And that body was nowhere in sight on day one. Day 2, the body is now in sight. Now, again, I do want to be clear. I'm not saying the people who were searching did anything wrong, because no. Those are superheroes. They did their job. I'm saying, was the body moved? Was people in possession of that body? People.
I think that's what happened. They can make a movie about this shit. For real. Like they really could. I really want to figure out really what happened to this kid because he had a promising career. He was in the sports, smart, young, athletic. You know what I mean? Like I really want to know what the hell happened to this kid. Like the two worst tragedies of last year and this year, I would say would be Celeste Rivas, this kid right here. And both of them will make great blockbuster movies, bro. Especially the one about David, the singer.
He probably killed Nolan. And then once they realized, bro, like it's too hot to hold on to his body, they came back and dropped the body off because it doesn't make sense, bro. Now I'm no expert on tidal waves, on waves. I'm just not. So again, I'm leaving out the possibility that there is a chance the body would have washed up on shore after a couple of days. But the last known location being the northeast, the body goes in the water and then comes back to the exact same location. I don't know. That don't make sense to me. I would think like if it goes in the water, it'll probably go elsewhere,
like
right?
where the current goes. Like so, most of the time when people pass away, as far as drowning, um, when their body, I guess, start expanding and floats because your body starts swelling up. The gases in your body make like, I guess, bubbles in your body or whatever. I forget the technical name for it, but you rise to the top because of the gases in your body. Most of the time, you go with whichever way the current is going. Whatever way the current is going, that's where your body goes. Nine
Where
times out of
else?
10.
It wouldn't wash up back in the same location that they claimed the body, that they claimed his life. Like, I don't know, bro. It's just weird. Now, here's the part that gets really spooky and really weird, right? There's a new theory now. Did y'all know that people that were there now have a new explanation as to how Nolan might have went missing? Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. They're coming up with every creative excuse other than, yeah, we killed that boy.
The United Cajun Navy. They're a volunteer group who helps search for Nolan, but they also say that they have questions too. Let's listen.
I was told that there was a boat he thought he was going to get on that was leaving and that he might have been trying to swim to it.
You see, bro, they call us conspiracy theorists.
Huh? Hold on, we gotta run that back.
I was told that there was a boat he thought he was going to get on that was leaving and that he might have been trying to swim to it.
You see, bro, they call us conspiracy
It's not.
theorists.
It's not. That's not good enough, bro. What are you like? What are you talking about, sir? For real, bro. Like that makes no sense what he just said.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
All type of stuff when we ask questions. But now y'all see what asking questions get you? It started off as, man, we don't know what happened. We left. Nobody seen nothing. Nobody know what happened. We all hopped on our boats and left. He just disappeared out of nowhere. We don't know what happened. Now it's getting to, well, listen, man, don't tell nobody, bro, but like he was trying to swim towards the boat and he just went under. So y'all seen him trying to swim towards the boat and y'all let him drown, but I don't even believe that. I think
They say that he was a great swimmer. Say he was a strong swimmer, so I don't. I wouldn't add that into the equation.
Story here. Now we're getting the real story. I think the real story here is that boy was on that boat, an argument took place. They pushed that boy from off that boat, and they kept going. And if they did see him swimming towards the boat, it's because they pushed him off and he was swimming towards it trying to get on. This is straight up murder. They murdered that boy, man. Straight up. They murdered that boy.
Johnny here at DIY Garage. Let's take a tour.
This is crazy, dog.
And that's if that's what happened. I still don't think that it's just that black and white, or is that accidental. I don't think so, bro. I think it's something much more nefarious. But if that's the story they're giving us now, think about it for a second. It started off as nobody's seen nothing. We don't know what happened. Now all of a sudden now is they telling the researchers and the professionals, well, you know, he had a boat he was supposed to get on and he was swimming towards the boat and he drowned. Now he was swimming towards the boat and he drowned. No. If you listen to the timeline closely, Ashley Cole took to Facebook. That's Warren Hudson's mama. She's the judge, by the way. Ashley Cole is a judge in the town. She said Warren Hudson told her that they last saw Nolan at 3 p.m. They left the island at 4:30 p.m. They told investigators, they asked Nolan, hey, bro, do you want to come with us? We about to leave. And he says, nah, I'm going to stay behind. But if you last saw him at 3 p.m., but you left the island at 4:30 p.m., then when did you ask him, hey, bro, we about to leave? You asked him that at 3 p.m.? Huh? What? Why would you ask him y'all about to leave, but then you guys stayed an extra hour and minutes? Y'all claim y'all left abruptly because your boat was malfunctioning, which is why y'all told him, hey, bro, we about to leave. But if you told him, hey, bro, we about to leave at 3 because your boat was malfunctioning, then why did you stay an hour and 30 minutes with a malfunctioning boat? A malfunctioning boat, by the way, that y'all sailed 15 miles in? Man, cut it out, man. Stop it. Now, so that timeline to me now, the story we just heard actually lines up with the timeline they gave if they were not lying. All right? If they came out and told the truth, that timeline would make sense. And here's what I'm saying. So Javon Williams, Nolan Wall's best friend, the black kid, he ain't do nothing wrong, bro. That was Nolan's best friend. He says, I last saw Nolan around 4 p.m. Because, Javon Williams would have given Nolan a ride home if Nolan needed a ride. Like, Javon ain't leaving, Nolan there. Nah, but Nolan was gone when Javon was still there. The last time we seen Nolan was around 4 p.m. The 3 friends who was on the boat that he was supposed to leave with, they said they left without him because he was talking to the girl, Katie. He was going to stay back to talk to Katie. Katie said the last time she seen Nolan was around 4. He told her that he was about to hop on a boat with his friends and leave. The friends he was supposed to hop on a boat and leave with are the only people who are now claiming they last saw Nolan at 3 p.m., even though their boat left at 4. And the reason why they will lie about seeing Nolan at 3, even though their boat left at 4:30, is because they know what took place on that boat. They know what they did to that boy, man. Now the story is slowly coming out. Now it's slowly making sense. He was trying to swim towards that boat because he got kicked off the boat. He got pushed off the boat, which is murder. Benjamin Crumb says, Nolan is a strong swimmer. Strong.
Yeah, exactly.
Strong. He not just hopping in a body of water and then drowning. No, it would take him trying to swim for his life, trying to reach that boat. But the boat just kept on sailing, just kept on going away from him. And it took him drowning because he just got too tired after swimming for a mile. This to me is
that boy Shiesty cook, boy. Yeah, Shiesty fucked up bad. I don't know what he was thinking, but what was you thinking, dog?
Trying to make sense. The more information that comes out, the more we're starting to piece this together.
The only problem I have with that story is that if the people in the boat knew he was trying to swim to it and they saw him getting carried off with the current, they would have known about it. They would have been able to react to it. Not only that, even if that wasn't the case, if he went into the water at all and became distressed, it was so crowded that day that it seems hard to believe that nobody would have noticed a distressed swimmer in the water. What I do know is that he went out there with a number of boys that has been his regular friend group since he was young. They were ready to leave at about 3 o'clock. They told him it's time to go. I was told he had started talking to a young lady and he wanted to hang back and keep talking to her, and that he would believe that he could get another ride.
Common sense will really help you work this out. Nolan was not the last person to leave the island. If he was the last person, they would have said, hey, we was all leaving. Like, we all was leaving, and he was just staying around. He was just staying on the island and we don't know why he was just staying?
Come on, bro. They thought this shit was Castaway on Gilligan's Island or some shit, bro. This dude was supposed to leave back out with y'all.
In there, but he was just staying there on the island, and like, while we all left, he said he was gonna get a ride. But clearly, he was not the last person to leave the island. He didn't drown alone. He didn't drown with nobody there to see. Because if that's the case, again, they would have said, "Oh yeah, he was the last person on the island." Like, "Oh, we were the last boat to leave the island. He was still there when we left." Someone would have came out and said that. So clearly, that's not true. Clearly, it's not. And if he would have drowned with everybody around.
3 times for 69. How do you hit someone 3 times with an eagle?
People would have seen it. What are you talking about? It was a packed island. Clearly what happened was that kid was on that boat. He was pushed off that boat. And he tried to swim to the boat, but he just kept on sailing. And eventually, bro, he was too far out and he drowned.
We know that he was with his friends, and they went out on Horn Island, as Charles said. He was the only black.
That's Benjamin Crump, y'all. He a civil rights lawyer.
Teenager that was there. And, you know, all of them came back safely on the boat with his cell phone, Harvey. But
it's the biggest thing on the internet right now.
Found washed up on the shore on Monday morning. His family is not accepting that it was an accidental drowning. They haven't been told anything, but that's been the suggestion, and they're not accepting that because Nolan was a college football player. He was a superior athlete. He was in great fitness and condition, and so for them to try to say, well, we got his phone, but we don't know where he's at, and then he turns up dead. They are not accepting it, and there's so many questions, so many contradictions.
And that was Benjamin Crump earlier today on TMZ. Benjamin Crump has been brought in to lead a
Bro, if it got anything to do with money, I ain't got it, bro. For the monetization, what's his name? Beef Drippings.
An investigation into Nolan Wall's death. I say Nolan Wall's murder, but maybe I'm just too pessimistic. But yeah, I think he was murdered. But yeah, he's right. Yo, if this was just 1 or 2 things that ain't make sense, but the entire story is contradictory. The entire story doesn't make sense. And then you take into consideration things like, yo, his phone was left with the very same people who claim they hadn't seen him since 3 p.m. Huh? Oh, and by the way, when they got back the phone, messages were deleted from the phone. Things were deleted from the phone. Even though Nolan Wells apparently hadn't had his phone since earlier that day, according to them. Huh? What? Nolan Wells was on an island at 4 and then magically disappeared from the island. Nobody seen him. But then all of a sudden people did see him and they said,
This is crazy, man. Like, this shit is just weird, bro. Like, that's why I was like, bro, I don't even like on certain places. Like, I really don't fuck with the beach. I'm from Florida. I don't fuck with the beach like that, though. I don't fuck with large bodies of water.
No, he was swimming
shit
towards
like
the boat.
that. I don't fuck with that.
No, there's one friend, a young woman who has come forward and has spoken to the police, and I'm wondering
No, that's what's up, man. I appreciate
and
you.
how her version of events differ from what the other friends have said.
Oh, okay. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, bro.
Her statement
Appreciate
that she released publicly, she said that she was talking to Nolan, and then Nolan said, well, I'm
gonna check your channel out
to
too.
the boat.
I'll follow you.
With the guys I came with. That's her version. She said that he did not leave with her, that he went back and got in the boat with the other boys. Well, the boys say that when they was talking to Nolan, he said he wasn't going to get in the boat with them, that he was going to stay with her, stay behind with her.
She's saying that that shit didn't happen like that. She's saying that Nolan left her. So I believe the girl on the island more so than the people he came with, because basically if you come with somebody and you know what I mean, yes, he was the only black person there. They're responsible for everybody that's in the group. You're responsible for them. So just like we came on the trip, we're supposed to come back from the trip, everybody alive the same way. He ends up dying. He's the only black person. This shit is just weird to me, bro.
Statements contradict one another, and that is something that's very troubling. On top of the fact that we know there are videos circulating where there's an argument.
Where you at?
Where you hear Nolan
where you located?
arguing with somebody, and we're trying to say this is too much to just try to sweep under the rug.
I think the buck stops at the police and law enforcement agency investigating this, man. They came out and said, hey, man, if anybody knows anything, please come forward and tell us. We're looking for people who can tell us something. Excuse me? Y'all looking for people? Y'all looking? How about you start with the person that Nolan was arguing with in the water? How about you start with the 3 friends he came with? How about you start with the judge's son? How about you go to them? How about you talk to the people who were involved? How about you?
Yeah, this shit, man. I mean, so young, bro. So young. Life precious, gone. Shit is sad, bro. That's why you can't really trust people, bro. You gotta kind of fall back like a small bag. Just be, you know. It's good to be in solitude sometimes. You ain't gotta be with the crowd all the time. This is crazy because he was caught with the crowd and now he's no longer alive, and that's crazy.
Talk to the people who had this kid's phone with them. Hey man, we are looking for people who was there. If you see something, please come forward. Y'all know who to talk to. Y'all just not talking to them because why?
Charlotte. Oh, I used to live in Charlotte,
families,
man.
They come from strong.
I used to live in Charlotte, man. Shit, I was out there for almost maybe 10 years. I think I was out in Charlotte like 10 years. And I left because I came from Atlanta to Charlotte. And then I left Charlotte and came back to Atlanta.
Families. And y'all just don't think that it's really worth kicking up dust in that small town. That's what it is. But y'all let me know in the comment section, man, what do you guys think, man? What do y'all think? Why the police ain't looking into the 3 friends who just magically lawyered up and stopped talking, even though their friend that they so-called love, like turned up dead? Y'all lawyered up and stopped talking when your friend turned up dead? Man, listen, bro, my friend died, but I don't care about no lawyers. I mean, my friend is dead. Yo, how can I help figure this out, man? What do y'all need from me? That's if I did nothing wrong. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? But if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here to find out how DJ Vlad just exposed Aries Spears' dark secret he's been hiding for years. I'm going to see you guys in this DJ Vlad video.
Definitely want to see that one. We're about to flip to that joint.
Meet
It
Rosetta
says
Stone Sapphire.
everything
Best
is
way to learn a
peaceful.
language
Listen, I love Atlanta.
Sapphire's lessons
Oh,
make
yeah.
sense.
Atlanta
Language
cool,
learning
man.
intuitive. So you can sound like
It's straight, bro. It's a lot to do.
Level up.
Never a boring day, bro.
DJ Vlad and Phase Out Love came together and united in exposing Aries Spears
I mean,
and making his
shit
day a
get
whole
popping
lot
up
worse.
here
And the one thing he pointed out
24
there,
hours a day, bro. It's spots you can go like right, what is 3 o'clock in the morning? It's spots you can go right now, bro. It's popping.
Really thought about it, 'cause I saw Aries perform
Especially like Buckhead, downtown, shit like that.
several times, right?
But then you got places like DeKalb County, you got places like Cobb, but all of it's like surrounding area though. Yeah, everything is Peachtree Street.
He said Aries never talks about his own life.
No.
It's just jokes.
Yeah.
Corey talks about his life.
You have to,
I had details I did not want to know about Corey, from watching perform, but at least we know it was real.
You have to.
Yeah.
The greats.
Yeah, Aries, when I thought about it, he was absolutely right.
Oh yeah, 5 points. I work right at 5 points. I work like at the tallest building over there. Yeah.
Jokes and that, hey, Sarah Fam, and
It's been crazy though because Atlanta going through another reconstruction. Well, they did a lot of cosmetics to the city because we just hosted we're still hosting the World Cup. We got 4 more days. No, I think it's to the 17th, if I'm not mistaken. So we got like 7 more days left here for the World Cup. So, but yeah, it went through a lot of cosmetic changes. But 5 points ain't like how it used to be, man. 5 points used to be like popping. I'm talking about that shit. It used to be on and popping at 5 points. Now it's dead, bro.
Impression, whatever that bullshit he does, like real people don't want to see that. Okay, we heard you do Jay-Z thousands of times. Jay-Z don't want to hear you do Jay-Z. This is the first time after this clip surfaced that I'm starting to see people rally around Aries Spears and kind of say, Vlad, this is too much, man. Vlad, this is overkill. Vlad, relax. This is the first time I'm starting to see this. But I'm here to tell those people, no, this is Aries Spears karma. Don't get involved. Let Aries Spears karma play out. This is it. Aries Spears sat on Vlad TV and dissed every comedian, dissed all comedians. There was not a comedian funny enough that Vlad can bring up. He dissed actors. He dissed everybody. Nobody was good enough. Nobody was good enough at their particular art form for Aries Spears. Aries felt bold or emboldened to diss these people and start these beefs with these people because he felt like he was backed by the platform of Vlad TV. If Aries Spears was not on Vlad TV, man, he's not going off on half the people he was going off on. He's not dissing Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I think none of that shit was for shock value to me.
Stop the cap.
That shit was shock value.
No, because he felt like he had the platform, the juggernaut that is Vlad TV. He essentially had the upper hand in all beefs because even if they responded back in 1 or 2 interviews a year, he got Vlad TV to respond back to him every month. So Vlad TV put the battery in Aries Spears' back and he ran with it. So now that karma's coming back to him. So now Vlad got on another comedian to talk about how funny he's not. Now, I don't feel bad for Aries Spears at all, not one bit. Now, this next part, I do kind of feel bad for Aries Spears for it, man, because Vlad brought up something during this interview with Faison Love that he admits that he brought up in another interview with Aries Spears, but Aries Spears made him cut it out because this is something that embarrassed Aries Spears. So I'm like, damn, man, because I don't think Aries Spears have taken it that far yet with Vlad. I don't think Aries Spears have gone too personal with Vlad. So I think Vlad bringing it up is like, man, this is like overkill. Yeah, who are you? That's the first thing about a comedian. You have to be vulnerable.
All right, now listen, I brought up certain things on interviews. He's like, oh, cut it out. So there's a lot of stuff that came up in the interviews that really just hit the cutting room floor.
See?
Yeah.
That's what he's scared of the truth. What?
Well, I guess there's a situation at a hotel in Sacramento or something.
With the prostitute?
What happened?
He didn't want to pay a prostitute the money.
He don't want to pay the prostitute the money. Wow.
And I checked in the hotel. They just, oh please, listen. She was like, I'm not saying anything, but the last comedian here was arguing with a prostitute in the lobby. I said, what? You gotta tell me who it is. She says, I'm not serious. I said, what was he arguing about? He said he was overcharged.
I say you were overcharged for the pussy. But he didn't pay for the pussy. Like, come on, bro. This is crazy, dog.
Sacramento. He's arguing
He
with
was
the
overcharged
a lot of
for
times you go
cooler
to the
can.
venue, you said the same hotel, right?
The lady checked me and was like, yeah, please, we want to clean here. This is a corporate hotel. We don't want any prostitutes. I'm like, who had a prostitute here? Every Spears. He was arguing with her in the lobby. Now you bring that up to this month, he gonna be like, oh yeah, he buys up. Oh, he buys up. He buys. I'll bring up every one of them prostitutes.
Oh, he's trying to sue me.
He can't sue me.
He's trying to sue me because I said he was rude to my staff.
He can't sue you for that.
For what?
I don't think Aries Spears has ground to sue on because more than likely this is true. But here's the thing. Hear me out. Hear me out real quick, okay? Hear me out, bruh. Powerful men with money pretending like they don't purchase it is crazy. All right. Vlad is worth, I don't know, $50+ million. You think Vlad wants to go out to the bar on a random night and pick up a random chick at the bar and bring her?
Nah, but truth be told, bro, most dudes that got a lot of bread, they just rather pay for it and you go on about your business after that shit. But
back to the spot, or do you feel like Vlad wants to work with a professional? You think Vlad want to risk going on Instagram and picking up a random girl on Instagram that may or may not know some rappers who don't like him and then come back to him? Nah, man. Vlad probably wants to deal with a professional in 1 or 2 nights out the year. Okay, 1 or 2 nights out the year, your girl tripping, blah blah blah. You want to go to a professional, well, not your girl, because hopefully you're not cheating. But like, what if the girls you're dealing with, like they all acting up? You want to deal with a professional, you go ahead and get a high-end professional. So in that regard, I don't believe anybody sitting there right now talking about Aries Spears and that incident. I don't think anybody in that room has never purchased the box, right? With
I don't know what he about to say. He about to say he purchased some box. I hope not.
all that money, man, with all that money, with all that resources, you've never went and got a high-end professional. So I think in that regard, shaming Aries Spears for that, I don't know, right? Like I think that's kind of lame.
On your very own character, giving it a name, a personality, a world. Now imagine that character opening its eyes, moving.
No, right? Like I think that's kind of lame. But I think Aries Spears is lamer when you get to tugging and pulling at a price. Like, come on, listen, buying box is a rich man's sport. It's simple as that, okay? If you don't got the paper to buy the box, don't buy the box, man. All right, don't buy.
He tricked the lady out of her cooler cat. Like, that's... He tricked the lady out of her coochie, bro. That's crazy.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
I know when he had the money, I know she probably was like...
Box, man. Bro, you know these women are scam artists. Bro, you know when you dealing with somebody of that, like, bro, they are scam artists, they are finessers, they're thieves. As simple as that, right? But you're going into this knowing they're thieves, knowing they're scam artists, knowing they feel like they did to finesse. So yeah, they might try to finesse an extra 2, 3, 4, 500 if they know you got it like that, right? But do not go into this interaction if you don't got the paper. Because what are your options here? Get finesse for an extra $500, maybe $1,000, or have stories like this told on Vlad and social media forever. Because now, guess what? She's in a lobby embarrassing you, making it very clear that this is what you was here to do. This is what she was here to do for you. So yeah, you should, if you're dealing with people like that, you gotta chalk up to the game, bro. Chalk up to the game. The extra 500 they might try to finesse. They might tell you, "Hey, bro, it's 500. You get there now, it's 1,000 because it's you, right? Y'all get done, it's 1,500. Hey, bro, I have to go sideways. Now it's 2,500. You just got to deal with it if you are Aries Spears because you are a celebrity. You put yourself in that position to deal with a con artist and a scammer, like most of these women are. You got to deal with it. You can't be in a lobby arguing, like negotiating, right? Nah, bro. You
negotiation. Man, he said the price of that vagina is going up, man. Shit is going up.
Deal with the finesse, man. Right? And never see them again. Now, Aries Spears eventually responds back to all of this, but they didn't stop here. Faison Love will continue and talk about Aries Spears as a comedian. Aries Spears look like, I don't know what Faison Love exact beef with Aries Spears.
Yeah, Aries Spears, he do look like that nigga look like a raccoon in real life. Like that dude look like he need his own movie or something like. Like, but it look like like a talking raccoon, my nigga.
I think he told me in the past they had some type of run-in at the comedy club when they were younger, and Faison Love slapped the ish out of Aries Spears. But Faison Love made it perfectly clear he don't like Aries Spears not one bit.
Oh, have y'all made up yet? No. Nor will we. Here's the thing, right? He's the one that first put it out there. And I respect, I responded. I got my Tupac hit him up moment, right? And in his response, he said, "Oh, I'll come to your show for free. You're a coward. You can't see me face to face." I said, "Cool. Challenge accepted. Come on through." And he said, "Oh, give me 48 hours." And then after 48 hours, I said, "What's good?" "Oh, no, I'm good."
Let me explain something to you about your friend. A lot of these guys you have on here, nobody ever gave a about until they came on here. That guy was on a show that nobody ever did. If your power went off and your television can only watch Mad TV, you would still watch Match. Nobody gave a about Mad TV.
I'll be honest, right? This is not me just speaking after the fact, but if you watch all my interviews with Aries, you'll see consistently what I'm about to say is true. I have never in my life watched an entire episode of Mad TV.
No one has,
not in life. Maybe if it was on, I'd watch part of a skit as I'm going to something else. Never in life have I ever.
No one.
I've watched Living Color.
Yes.
Over and over again.
It was a staple.
I have watched definitely Chappelle's Show, everything I could get a hold of. I
Yes.
watched every single episode.
Yes.
Boondocks, every single episode.
Boondocks, Jesus.
Saturday Night Live, I've definitely watched a lot of episodes over the years.
Yes.
Not consistently, but I've definitely watched an entire episode. I have never in life watched a Mad TV episode.
No one has.
And that is still his claim to fame. He's like, "Oh, well, Mad TV ain't my claim to fame. I was on Mad TV."
Well, no one's seen that. Let me explain
It
this
was
to
like
you.
30 years ago.
The writers from Mad TV are more popular than the people that were on it.
Right. Key and Peele?
Key and Peele, Orlando Jones.
Okay.
I think Quincy Jones produced the show.
Huh.
If I'm not, I believe Quincy Jones did.
Damn.
That was the Quincy Jones show.
Yep.
And I
Quincy
said,
Jones, David Hausman.
And I said, Quincy Jones know nothing about comedy.
Yeah.
I could easily defend Aries Spears here. I could easily say, hey, man, bro, Mad TV had about, 15 seasons, 330 episodes. Mad TV was a success. But somebody was watching Mad TV, bro. Right, when you have 300 plus episodes, somebody was watching you, bro. What's this abject? I say, when Aries Spears says that Bill Cosby was never funny. Aries Spears says Bill Cosby was never a star. Bill Cosby was never a star, according to Aries Spears.
Man, you better cut it out, bro. If Bill Cosby ain't a star, I don't know what the fuck I don't know what a star is, bro. If Bill Cosby ain't a star, I don't know what a star is, bro. Like, that's some little shit right there. Like,
Bullshit.
that's some little shit.
Bullshit.
That's some little shit.
So Aries Spears is allowed to discredit other people in their work, then yeah. If Vlad, Faison Love, do y'all thing, man. Do y'all thing. So now Aries Spears is getting a taste of what it feels like when someone discredits you. Yeah, do your thing, man. Discredit the heck out of him. Yeah, discredit him some more. All right, do your thing, man. Nah, that's just facts. That's just facts. Now, Ari Spears would respond back. Now, he respond back to Phase Out Love because I think Phase Out Love at some point like questioned his looks or said he was ugly during this interview. So, Ari Spears declined to respond.
Faison cannot call. Hold on. We gotta run that back. Give me a second. We gotta run that back. Hold on.
Spears would respond back. Now, he respond back to Phase Out Love because I think Phase Out. Do your thing, man. Nah, that's just facts. That's just facts. Now, Ari Spears would respond back. Now, he respond back to Phase Out Love because I think Phase Out Love at some point like questioned his looks or said he was ugly during this interview.
Bruh, how is Faison Love, my nigga? Big Worm gonna say somebody ugly, bro. Cut it out. Watch out, bro. I'm coming right back, y'all. Hold on.
So, Ari Spears declined to respond back to everything else, but I guess Phase Out Love calling him ugly. That was the line that he drew in the sand, right? You could call me any other thing you want to call me, man, but you calling me ugly is an insult that I can't bear.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Ari Spears here. Listen, man, I want to give a very heartfelt brother-to-brother message to my man Faison, aka the Mucinex Booker. Listen, brother, I know you want to keep my name in your mouth. I know you want to keep going on Vlad and talking about me. But if you're going to talk about me, even though it's a subjective opinion, try to show a little bit of intelligence by not saying things that are just ridiculous. Mad TV was a horrible show. I was terrible on it. I have no talent. To be quite honest, if we're being honest, a lot of people will say, I'm funnier than you. And right now, I'm not the one in court in handcuffs in an orange jumpsuit dealing with child support issues. So you have enough on your plate to deal with, both figuratively and literally. Worry about clean up your own Get out of my backyard. I'm good, bro. You said you only make...
He said he good, bro. Hold on. How much he said he made now? Hold up.
10,000 a year, a month, whatever it was. My numbers are Elon Musk compared to yours as far as the yearly income. Worry about yourself.
This man said he's the Elon Musk of comedy. That's all like some bullshit right there.
Stop the cap.
No bullshit.
And keep that gravy out your mouth. And me as well. Much love and blessings to you, Big Worm. The Mucinex Booker.
There you have it, bro. Yo, I think Ari Spears is at a point where he's just done. he
keep that gravy out your mouth. And me as well. Much love and blessings to you, Big Worm. The Mucinex Booker.
There you have it, bro. Yo, I think Ari Spears is at a point where he's just done. he just done with the online beefing, bro. He's cool. Vlad TV broke him. Which, I'll be real, man, you should have left Vlad alone, man. You had a good thing going, but you came on like, you thought it was sweet. He thought Vlad was sweet. He thought, because Vlad was going through it with Boosie, it was an easy time now to strike, to go off on Vlad and try to squeeze lots more money. And Vlad taught you a lesson, man. You feel me? It ain't never sweet. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this, man. Y'all think Ari...
All right, y'all, let's find something else to watch. Hold on. Boosie gets kicked out of Mom Kanye's house for not removing. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Kawhi going back to the... Hold on. So Kawhi might go back to the Raptors. The fuck? Hey, I was gonna watch this shit called Industry Secrets. This is my first time ever reacting to this channel. But hold on, let me see something right quick. Let me see something. Hip Hop Buddha. Just 100 kids just got worse. Oh nah, I wanna watch Hip Hop Buddha. Hey, we about to react to Hip Hop Buddha right now. Something about Mimo 600. Let's see what's going on with the boy.
Okay, this is why I stopped using my keyboard's voice
Why you
typing.
were locked
I
up?
said one sentence and it gave me, remind me to send the deck.
Yeah, y'all, we back. Mimo 600 case just got worse. So Mimo 600 is among 4 others hit with gun trafficking charges by the Fed in Georgia.
Stupid.
Y'all know Smirk locked up. Y'all know he just got hit with all type of gun trafficking, dope dealing, dope distributing, and all, all type of stuff. And here come Mimo with a whole new gun pipeline, a whole new gang he done started. Oh my God!
I wonder was he in Atlanta. But I don't know if y'all know Pee Wee Longway got 10 years, y'all, in federal prison. He got to do all that time. That's crazy.
Pray for him. But I ain't gonna lie. From what
Yeah, Pee Wee Longway got to do 10 fucking years, bro. His mom just passed away. His brother just passed away. This shit is just crazy, bro.
From what I mean,
can't even go to your mama's funeral. That's sad, bro.
Yeah. They say if anybody got a chance.
I actually met him before though. You know what I'm saying? I met him on Peter Street. He was on one of them new I forget the name of them shits. They look like it's like a sports car. I forget the name of it.
Getting off this
Corvette, yeah.
It's Mimo. I don't know how GPN on it. But from what it looked like, he might get up out of this. You know what I'm saying? But this is crazy, man. So we finna get into the video, man. Check this out right here. This is insane, bro.
New here at 6 o'clock, an NBC5 investigative team has learned that a free-flowing gun pipeline between Georgia and Chicago has been shut down by federal authorities.
Unfortunately, not before an arsenal of illicit guns have made it to the streets and been used in violent crimes for years. Our investigative reporter Chuck Galley is joining us now with how these guns were smuggled north. Chuck?
Stephen Ellis and 5 men tied to Chicago street gangs appeared in a music video with machine guns hoisted over
the pipe lord.
The pipe lord, not the vice lords. But the pipe lords.
They got a whole name. The pipe lord gang. Come on, man, this is crazy.
For their heads, guns they referred to by the code word pipe and themselves as the pipe lords, according to U.S. investigators. The men tonight facing federal charges accused of making legal gun buys in Georgia, then supplying the arsenal to their gang brothers in Chicago.
See, so I don't know if y'all know, like, it's this been a thing for years. So like down south, shit like that, certain places it's easier to get guns. But then in cities like New York where, bro, you damn near gotta be police to have a gun. Like, you can't just be walking around with no gun in New York, bro. Like, they will lock your ass up. But when you take a gun from down south, you might pay $300-400 for the gun. You take it to New York, you get $1,500 for that same gun. Like, that's how that shit work. Man, they say it's a pipeline.
This man accused of being at the top of the Chicago gang gun trafficking pyramid. 28-year-old Anthony Edmonds, seen here holding a Glock pistol that authorities say had been converted into a fully automatic machine gun. The beginning of the gun pipeline.
They got the switch on it and they got the drum on.
Beginning in the year 2020, authorities say Edmond fed a 785-mile pipeline to Chicago, where gang leaders were stockpiling weapons. According to newly filed federal charges in Georgia, Edmond purchased guns from 5 different retail stores, falsifying paperwork and circumventing federal law. In custody now are 28-year-old Rafael Ralphie Enriquez.
Now y'all see that? See, they lock all them up, but you ain't hear about nobody at them gun stores getting locked up, and the paperwork was false.
But see, the craziest thing is if you don't know as the actual seller of the gun if the paperwork is not valid, and you don't catch it, that really can't be on the seller, dog. Like you can't really.
But you see, they don't put them at fault for nothing though. That's crazy, bro.
A Chicago gang operative with a violent criminal history stretching back more than a decade. And in custody, this Chicago man, 34-year-old Melvin Griffin, who.
Bro, why they put that picture up of me? Come on, man. Mimo be with them steppers, man. They went and got a picture of Mimo from when he was 8. Hey, why?
Whose first gun arrest was 12 years ago. This music video, recorded in Georgia, is cited by federal prosecutors in their grand jury indictment, in which authorities say several of the accused Chicago gangbangers are seen brandishing Glock pistols.
To my up-and-coming rappers, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I hope as a whole, the rap music game could change to all positive music, but that would be living like in a perfect world. So a lot of these things y'all doing, man, bro, they just put themselves in jail over a fucking music video, bro. Like, okay, yeah, you did the video, you might have performed the song a couple times, got a little buzz, now your ass in jail, you can't get out, bro. Come on, bro. Just think about this shit before y'all make these little, petty ass decisions in life. Like think about it before you do it, bro.
Those illegally bought for the pipeline. Investigators say the video, entitled Switchy, is a tribute to the illegal switches that turn regular pistols into fully automatic weapons.
And y'all know the feds is out here watching everything. Y'all know y'all moving illegal guns. So they all gonna do a music video with the illegal guns.
Got Daniel? Hold on. On the website, y'all, ain't no way you guys are print on demand.
So they all gonna do a music video with the illegal guns. Bro. Every time I do these stories, man.
Hey, bro, I don't know if y'all ever seen this, but this an old school video. This video probably like the 2000 teens. So these dudes, they were shooting a music video that was, doing their little thing or whatever. But I guess the police snuck up on them. However the police got there, them motherfuckers just piled up and popped out on their ass. But they was like at something like some steps or something. And that shit, bro, they came around that corner. It was like, put them down. I'm talking about everybody in the music video was like, motherfuckers got weed, all kind of shit on them.
Shake my head. I just gotta shake my head. It's crazy, bro.
Oh, kind of shit.
The producer of the gun video is this man, 29-year-old accused Chicago gang member Elijah Lucina. He's a fugitive. And this fifth suspect, 28-year-old Keanis Reed, is also not in federal custody, but with good reason. The NBC Chicago investigative team has found Reed. He was arrested for shooting an unarmed 16-year-old boy in the head 4 months ago.
Oh my God.
Damn.
In South Bend, Indiana. Investigators say the killing may have occurred during a drug buy gone bad. Reed is now in local custody here at the St. Joseph County Jail, facing murder charges and being held without bond.
Man, watch that, bro.
Whether the .45 caliber pistol.
Somebody said quit screaming, man. Watch out, my nigga. For real, watch out, bro.
You were watching a master at work.
I'm sorry, this is a goofy, bro.
He is accused of using to kill the teenager was one of these.
So not only is you sitting down for a murder, but you also might be tied in with this RICO case.
Came through the Georgia to Chicago pipeline. ATF is the primary agency on the gun pipeline case. Agents from U.S. Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms tonight have pieced together a remarkable timeline of guns from Georgia and violent crimes in Chicago, beginning with gun shipments by car and even via checked luggage on commercial flights coming into O'Hare. The guns later used in murder.
Hey, bro. Your goofy ass. So pussy ass right here. Boy. Cut it out.
Carjackings, armed robberies, or just for personal protection, which you may need if you're in that line of work.
But hopefully by shutting this pipeline down, hopefully that means less violent crime in Chicago?
You would hope so.
He wanted to tell her, no, no, not actually. What's her name? Julie. No, not actually, Julie. It ain't gonna stop crime in Chicago. That crime deep. That crime deeply rooted. Ain't gonna stop crime in Chicago. Nothing at all. The fans is watching everything, bro. The more and more we do these stories, the more and more I sit back and I say to myself, at what point do these guys learn from each other?
Bro, I say that's the thing, bro. The genius is a person that can look at other people's mistakes and prepare for that mistake and be ready for it. It's almost like the 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents a poor performance. So, yeah.
Like, at what point, bro? You see the feds on this one, the feds is on this, especially if you a rapper. The feds will start watching you if you got one song. They don't care.
Yep. You got one song, they start. Nah, that shit true. You ain't lying about that. Them facts, bro. Like, they done took the hip, bro. Back in the day, they had hip hop police. So now it's like hip hop police, they able to work like off of social media now. Like, that's how most niggas get caught through social media, bro. Either the social media people are putting 2 and 2 together and solving the crime, or either the motherfuckers doing the crime or putting it on the internet.
Well, sometimes
bragging about it.
Somebody the feds will start watching you. They do not care, but they watching everything and everybody. Like I said, I think they let Mimo get like house arrest or something, so he might be good, but at the same time, it's like, bro, y'all gotta stop playing with these people, because they getting to the point now, they gathering y'all up in groups because the first one that tell get the best deal.
Get the best deal, yep. Exactly. First person who tell, you going home. That's why everybody was really tripping on Gunna when the shit happened with Gunna. I mean, but, you know, I felt like Gunna had to answer the questions like how he had to answer the questions to the judge. So I don't feel like that was snitching. I just feel like that was taking accountability for what he knew and what he actually experienced. So he had to say what he had to say, but they let the man go to.
The first one that tell get the best deal. And that's why they started to lock y'all up in groups. Because it only take one person to flip. And he go get the best deal. And the rest of y'all gonna be cooked, just smoked, fried. They ain't gonna need y'all no more. And that first person tell them everything they need to know. And you try to flip. But if you ain't the first person to flip, your deal not gonna be as good as his deal. So what does that mean? That means y'all got to cut it out, bro. Y'all stop it. I wouldn't even be putting no guns in my videos these days because technology has gotten crazy.
Look, y'all, keep the guns out your videos, bro. Be more creative as far as an artist, up and coming talent. You want to get into it. The thing that will propel you on or push you on is attitude and creativity. Those are the two things I can tell you, bro. It's gonna get you to where you need to get to.
They're looking at y'all music videos, seeing if they can read the serial number, seeing if the serial number's been scratched off, all type of crazy stuff, like, and they own everything moving. There's nothing you can do out here that the feds ain't watching, that the feds don't know
Feds
about.
see everything, bro. And then with this AI shit, bro, the feds using AI now, bro.
And sometimes you might think you doing a lot of stuff and you getting away with it. No, they just dealing with other stuff. Once they wrap that up, they gonna come wrap you up. So y'all gotta stop playing with them, man. Y'all gotta start moving smart, man. But you know what I'm saying? But I ain't telling you don't keep a pipe though. I ain't gonna tell you don't keep your pipe, but I'm just saying, like, gonna be all in the music video.
Yeah, it's a lot of people out here that like to show off their guns and shit. Like, I'm just like, bro, you don't need to know what I got, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to know what I got on me. I don't even want a motherfucker to even think I got a gun on me.
Like, with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, be a player, that's the problem, bro. Like, even in music these days, ain't no players. You don't know how to chill and be cool and be players. Y'all was never taught how to be players, so y'all don't know how to be players. Y'all wilding, doing everything, doing the fans is watching everything, bro.
Hey, he got a good point. Hey, he got a good point there, bro. Like, he got a good point, bro. He said y'all don't know how to be players like outcasts and them. You know what I'm saying?
Taught how to be players, so y'all don't know how to be players. Y'all out here showing these people everything. All the guns, all the money, all the
goddamn UGK and niggas like that.
Drugs. It's wild, bro. Send one up for Mimo. Send an Allah for Dirt, man. You know, these situations.
Niggas said send an Allah, my nigga, up for goddamn.
Legacy. There's power in your name. Power in your name. They're saying Dirk paid them to commit crimes and murders and all this. He gave them money on camera. Feds said they got 59 devices, all type of stuff.
That boy said put a Allah.
Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Rahman Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal anbiya. An'amta 'alayhim wa ghayril maghdubi 'alayhim wa lad-dallin. Amen.
This is text messages. We talk about videos. We talk about audio recording, all type of stuff. And he's looking at the murder for hire or whatever, and the people that you paid to carry out these hits and do these criminal activities are saying, yes, he paid me to do it. Vonnie was always at Icebox with him, Von, whoever. Vonnie was controlling all his money. Vonnie was the one getting flights to get everything. So Vonnie know everything he spent money on. The other paperwork said, yeah, he was buying stolen cars, he was buying guns, he was buying this, he was buying that. Where y'all think that came from? Vonnie. Because Vonnie had control of Dirk money. And so since Vonnie had control of Dirk money, anything Dirk bought that was illegal, anything, Vonnie know, and he already told him that. And like I told y'all, you could just look. That man coming home. That man coming home. You ain't finna do a lot of time in the feds. You smiling like that until that man coming home. He too happy. Then got married and everything. Dirk in there undo a line, friend to the east. Got a carpet in there like a ladder, hoping he can get out. And this man got the biggest grin ever.
That motherfucker say he had like a carpet like a ladder, my nigga. That's funny, bro.
on his face because he knows he's coming home. By the time he get done telling on Lil Durk. And if you just take all the evidence away, to me, the evidence ain't even an issue.
What is he doing? He's beginning to believe.
The stuff that the feds got is not the issue. You know what the issue is? Everybody that's telling on Durk. It's the biggest problem with his case. Because they're saying you paid, you giving these people money on camera, you had Bonnie with you everywhere, including jewelry stores, clothing stores, all that. What you think the jury gonna say? Screw the evidence, y'all. Take the evidence out. What y'all think the jury gonna say when Bunny get up there and start saying, like, yeah, you know, Dirk paid for this, he paid for that, he bought guns, he stole the car, because all that's in the paperwork already. Put yourself on the jury.
Got it! Got it!
And think, if you was in that situation, what would you do? What would you convict Dirk? Would you find him guilty or not guilty? And y'all know he's the breadwinner, he's the money man, and all his so-called friends and so-called buddies or whoever, we not talking about some people he just got around. We not talking about some people that he just met. He spent years with these people.
Yeah, these are his brothers, and the nigga told on him, like.
Years. And they all telling on him.
Man.
You think the jury gonna be like, nah, they just lying on him. Like, he lying on him.
And the man just got married. This man is finna get out of jail, and he finna turn up on these folks, bro. Yeah, that shit's sad, bro. Like they did not King Von, Dirkio, Smirkio bad boy. They did that boy bad, dog. Like, well, he really did himself bad. I just felt like, bro, if you gonna do shit like that, bro, like, at least don't get caught. God damn, bro. But I mean, I wouldn't want to be a part of that type of lifestyle from the get go, bro. We're not doing that, bro. We're not living like that out here, bro. Niggas got kids and shit, bro. We ain't doing all that, bro. I got better shit to do with my motherfucking time, bro. Like, on God, my nigga. Niggas out here playing themselves.
Now they just lying on him. Like, he lying on him. Like, yeah, he just gave him $100,000 in the video, but he ain't paid him to do no crime. Y'all think the jury really gonna go for that?
Nah, they ain't going for that.
Now, this is crazy, but let's get back to Dumb and Dumb over here, because the whole Stephon Mack hit was sloppy anyway. It was horrible. It was terrible.
Yeah, the Stephon Mack hit. So apparently they when they went they unalive a dude in front of like some kind of youth center for kids. So they unalive my man in front of the center with the kids, all that shit out there. Bro, this motherfucker, so they ran from the actual shooting. Yeah, your mama. But yeah, they ran from the actual shooting, and when they ran, they left the car. Bro, tell me why the dude that actually was one of the shooters left his phone inside the car that they ran away from and left. So they might have stole the car to get there. They thought they were smart, but you such in the heat of whatever you doing, you leave your phone in the car, bro. Like, Yeah, that shit. It was gruesome too, though. It was horrible, but man, rest in peace.
So, fair. But let's do a recap on that real quick.
In 21, before the arrest of those responsible for Duck's murder, Lil Durk would end up experiencing a death of someone very close to him, someone who was allegedly involved in that murder of FBG Duck, his brother D-Fang, a loss which Durk took incredibly personally, and according to online rumors and recent paperwork, incited Durk to put money in the street to get revenge, money that would apparently lead to not just one, but 3 people losing their lives.
Husband, when did you get so big? His confidence hits different with Rougiette Ready. It dissolves under his tongue, works in 15 minutes on average, and can last for up to 36 hours. Rougiette Ready is the first ED formula with apple
ED?
Get revenge. Money that would apparently
I don't know what that
one,
is.
but 3 people losing their lives. Dante Banks Jr., known to his family as Dooney and to fans of his brother Lil Durk as D-Thang, was born on September the 15th, 1989. According to their mother's memoir, D-Thang was in many ways the polar opposite of his brother Durk, who was known as a wild child. However, D-Thang also had a short temper, which would often get him involved in fights.
Yeah, that's Smirky old brother.
Who were hanging out near their home on the corner of 72nd and Green, this area being associated with a local gang known as Dog Pound. Durk was seemingly always close with the Dog Pound crew, but likely due to his closest friends being from Lamron and K-Town, he would also spend more time in that area, despite living in the Dog Pound's hood.
Yeah, what block we on, Joe? Where we at? What's happening right now, though? What's good, man?
Oh, that's Dirt when he was real young. Man, that nigga Dirt was young as fuck on that shit. And he was skinny looking on that shit.
I don't know what happened. Whatever happened, things hit the fan. Paperwork come out. Dirk been sliding on the lamb and the O.
So basically, Dirt been sliding on the 4 that he been cool with. Damn.
I don't think the feds was right there when Dirk decided I want y'all to slide on the limb, I want y'all to slide on the O. But it's in the paperwork. So who told them that?
So when he say Lamb, y'all, he talking about Lamb Run. And Lamb Run is actually Normal Street. It's called Normal Street, but they spell it backwards. They call it Lamb Run. That's crazy. That's like, you know, Chicago got some shit going on out there, bro.
And he know a lot, and he one of the main ones that been running his mouth. And the reason is because every time that money needed to be moved around, Dirk had to call him. Unless Dirk was just getting like some money for himself or something. But anytime Dirk wanted something paid for, if it had any type of illegal activity involved, he figured going through Vonnie would keep his name clear, so he would go through Vonnie to get it him. And that Vonnie tell him everything.
Damn.
Everybody out there?
He telling me, yeah. But see, the thing is, bro, this man been telling, bro, cause like, bro, it's been a video. I don't know, this shit might be a year old, but I heard the dude, I think his daddy or something, was saying something, called in to the Clubhouse. I don't know if y'all know what club. Elon Musk made that shit, the Clubhouse. But Wack 100 and them was on there, and Wack actually talked to his daddy, and he went off on his daddy, was talking shit to his dad and everything. But his dad was trying to tell everybody that he's snitching. And come to find out, he was snitching, guys. Shit.
Where y'all from, homeboy? Where y'all from, fam?
D-Thang wasn't the only one in Dirk's family tree who was claiming Dog Pound, as his late cousin and OTF artist Newski, who was seemingly very close with Dirk and D-Thang throughout his childhood, would also claim this set, while also being closely affiliated with another set called Face World 079. Even the music video for Dirk's first nationwide hit, This Ain't What You Want, was filmed in the Dog Pound's hood, as can be seen from the street sign of Green Street at the beginning of the video. Growing up, D-Thang would have 2 best friends, Chino and SB, who were both from the eastern side of the south side, with at least Chino allegedly being being part of the THF 46 gang set located in the so-called low end. After graduating from high school, D-Thang would move to Iowa together with Chino and SB for work. But while being there, Dirk would begin to send them songs that he was making, such as the track Lamb Ron Wasted, which would begin to garner attention in Chicago.
Lamb Ron Wasted. So I guess that might have been his first, almost like 50 Cent with that Ghetto Quran. That was like he been had shit before that, but that Ghetto Quran, that was the one that
SB would later explain during a DJU interview. He would be the one to tell
floodgates
away from simply freestyling his lyrics and shouting out all his friends' and affiliated sets to actually making more meaningful lyrics that people from all over could relate to.
After high school, me, D-Thang, and Chino had moved to Iowa. You know what I'm saying? We was out there hustling with the work, whatever, just hustling weed. Same time, I'm on. Not only stay in the streets, but I'm a corporate too, so I get a gig, a little supervisor job at a plant, so I'm hustling and working, doing both. So we out there, just chilling. We went to Iowa, go out there hustling and then working. So I never forget Dirk would start sending us songs. Him and his homie Isaac, they were sending us back like, man, they really dope. I'm like, man, you really got it.
I say DJ, you just sitting there looking like, I can't believe he just said that. I can't believe he just said they were selling drugs and all that.
selling drugs and goddamn dude. That's how Pee Wee Longway them got fucked up just now. That's how Pee Wee got 10 years. Shit.
She ain't like, did he really just say that? Yeah, he said it. Exactly what he said. Keep it going.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even 30 take here, you know what I'm saying? So he finally shot a video with Reggie, Stats TV. That's his cousin, you know what I'm saying, Reggie. And the video was wasted. It's probably on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So it's wasted. So that started going up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It started doing good. Like, he was really doing YouTube videos like that yet. Right. So bro put it, and it just started going up. And so he want to do music for real. He want to do this seriously. So we moved back. We was going back and forth, still hustling, get money to fund it.
Still hustling, get money. Man, don't tell on yourself, man, dog.
We started doing this serious. And then before you know it, over just progressing, he kept recording records. I used to be on this, he used to always want to shout his guys out, shout everybody from the hood, the Lambs, That's always tough, like, look, the world don't know you. Cool, shot these down, but you gotta start making real music, start having real songs. Like, I'm tired of every song hearing about your guys.
And after Dirk's career would begin to truly flourish between 2011 and 2012, Dirk would get D-Thang, Chino, and
ATL, you already know what it is.
and invite them all to
Hey, Florida boy, born and raised, but I live in Atlanta right now.
his musical venture, and the four would start the OTF label, something that was actually documented in a noisy documentary that covered the come-up of these young music moguls. Unfortunately, almost since the start, OTF would experience some major setbacks. In May 2014, only a few days after signing his deal with the label, Dirk's cousin Newski, aka Nunu, real name MacArthur Swindle, would be gunned down in Chicago, and as was the custom at the time, DJ Academics would soon report on Newski's death in his highly sarcastic style as part of his War in Chirac YouTube series.
Yeah, that's when we didn't even really, nobody even knew how DJ Academics looked at that point. That's how young that shit was as far as like this whole thing with the Chicago shit. Like, bro, I remember I used to listen to this shit all the time. I never knew how DJ Academics looked until he started doing the videos where he was streaming and playing the video game and shit. I think he used to be playing 2K and shit. I used to watch him and shit like way back in the day before he was on Everyday Struggle with the Complex shit. I've been watching. Same thing on Poetic Flacco. I used to be on Poetic Flacco live before he even went stupid out here.
This boy DJ Academics restarted the first 48 o'clock, start pressing up RIP t-shirts because I gotta ask, is there heaven for a Chirac Savage? It is with great sadness, great shock, great disbelief that I have to announce that OTF Nunu has been caught lacking at the mall and is now deceased. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please be warned, the following stories.
Yeah, the way he did you know, it was, you know, it was distasteful. I will say that it was distasteful.
Graphic in detail and the is at maximum levels.
Following Newski's passing, some of his friends would begin to call themselves Newski Gang or Newski World in his honor. Many of these friends seemingly residing particularly in the Face World 079 hood. Newski's killer has never been caught, but online drill detectives have commonly held one man in particular responsible, this being 051 Melly, one of the most infamous people in drill music history. While practically being from different sides of the South Side, Dirk being from Lamron and Melly being from 051 Young Money, Dirk had ultimately gotten involved in a serious beef with Melly's set through Lamron's affiliated sets, such as 600, who were in a deadly beef with 051 at the time. There'd also been people killed in the dispute between Lamron and 051 even before Newski's passing, with a Lamron member called OJ allegedly having been involved in the murder of an 051 member called Fathead, together with 600 members in 2012, while 051 on the other hand had allegedly killed Dirk's good friend and a member of Lamron called Lil Rob in 2013. Melly's friend and 051's top rapper.
See, like this in the 2010s, like this like 2013, like, bro, this shit been going on for a long time, bro. Like, this shit was up and it was stuck, bro. Chicago, bro, LA, all that shit was, but Chicago for a moment, but New Orleans got some shit. I mean, not New Orleans, but Louisiana got some crazy shit going on too.
So
Niggas getting
this
killed
time
out there
on
too.
K-Town in his March 2014 remix of Dirk's song Competition, titled No Competition, rapping how he was smoking Tasty Pack, whom K-Town was named after, as well as Lil Rob, before saying that he's 300K and Die L's, with L of course standing for Lamron. Only days after dropping the diss song, Lil Mark would be tragically killed at a bus stop, allegedly by Lil Durk's friends, one of these rumoured to have been King Von himself. And after this, Dirk would diss Lil Mark in 600 rapper E-Day's remix to the song War, saying how he was smoking on him. Dirk would also film a highly disrespectful video of himself at that very bus stop where Mark had been killed. Newski had also gotten into an online beef with Melly's good friend and Dirk's.
And when Dirk recorded that video at the bus stop, that's when everything went left.
Yeah, that was. I think that's really when the police started watching him. On what he did a video in front of the bus stop where Tuka passed away, got killed at, and I think that right there, especially as far as like social media shit, they was looking at him. You know what I'm saying? They probably couldn't get him on that, but they was like, they just kept weaving their way through the years, and it took them a minute. But the feds, they don't stop. When the feds come for you, shit, feds don't bullshit, bro. Like, they gonna, if it take them 10 years, they gonna do it. They gonna comb through all the evidence and get your ass, bro. Like, it's only a couple people I know beat the feds, and them some bad motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Sebi is one of them. Rest in peace, Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi beat the feds in America.
Even if you were not driving, you need to try this.
Because if you were in a car, went left. Keep it going.
Former friend Nubu Crump, who had a bitter falling out with OTF sometime in 2013, and following Newski's death, Crump would film himself at Newski's death site, even
Somebody
saying
said
he was
6'7".
Newski's killer, making many believe that this person was indeed Melly.
I mean, Newski.
6'7".
They left right here. I went to did him on your camera.
Less than a year
Nah,
after
this nigga here, he got
would
killed.
suffer another major blow, as
He
OTF
got
Chino,
killed.
real name Uchenna Aguina, would be gunned down in March 2015 while sitting in his car outside of a fast food spot in the 8400 block of Stony Island Avenue after he had taken part in an anti-violence event. Newski and Chino's deaths were devastating for D-Thang, as he would often let his followers know on social media. Chino's murder also remains unsolved. Once again, the same two people, Melly and Crump, would be associated with the hit, with Crump being the one to diss Chino the hardest, again going to the murder location and asking the cashier at the food shop if they had an order for Newski, calling his meal of choice the Chino burger.
Hey, y'all got that order for Newski? Chino burger. Chino burger.
Meanwhile, only a few days after Chino's murder, Melly would tweet a tribute to his fallen friend Lil Mark, together with a cryptic line that indicated that Melly had gotten some kind of get back for Mark. Melly was also fond of dissing both Newski and Chino on social media, and he too would join in on Crump's burger joke during one of his Instagram lives.
Yeah, Chino burger. That's what they said.
Crump would continue dissing Newski and Chino.
I don't know. So the dude that was talking about the Chino burger, he got his ass smoked.
Sometimes aiming his words directly.
Like, he been dead. They've been dead for a minute though.
At D-Thang, commenting under his tribute post to Chino in 2017 how D-Thang was the reason that Chino was dead, while Lil Durk was the reason that Newski was dead. Clearly, Durk and D-Thang were big targets for their enemies in the streets who had already killed people close to both of them. According to Durk and D-Thang's mother, D-Thang himself would end up getting shot twice between 2016 and 2017, but little is known about these incidents. Fortunately, he would seemingly survive both events with relatively little injuries. Mubu Crump, however, wouldn't be so lucky, and in May 2018, he lived his end as he was gunned down in front of a house party during a drive-by shooting, when many would allegedly also get hit but survive. The killers have never been caught, but the most popular theory online, surprisingly, points to the rivals of OTF, particularly a member of the STL EBT set called Come Get Right, aka Get Right or Man Man. This theory being further boosted by the claim that another STL member, the infamous Wooski, was allegedly later caught with Crump's murder weapon. However, this claim has seemingly been debunked by the YouTuber Loyalty and Betrayal.
Let's just be clear. Wooski was never arrested with a gun. He was arrested because he shot somebody in the leg twice who didn't want to press charges or whatever. But he was not arrested with the gun. The gun, the shell casings that they found, assuming go with that incident, being how the guy moved, the gun obviously moved, so I'm not sure how they matched that up to say that belonged. But it matched the gun that was found 10 days later after Wooski was arrested. So Wooski was arrested with the gun. All those videos had false information.
After Durk's recent arrest for the murder for hire plot, some Reddit detectives have raised the question whether Crump's murder could have also been organised by Durk, with one Redditor pointing particularly to Durk's December 2020 song called Red Man.
Trapaholics, real trap shit.
Rapping and now jaw-dropping line where he seems to predict ending up in federal prison in 10 years' time. Durk then mentions how people are asking him what he'll do about someone whose name is bleeped out, but what sounds like he could be mentioning Crump, to which Durk simply responds by saying the other person is already dead. However, these lyrics are vague at best and hardly evidence of any.
And Lil Durk knew he was gonna be in the Fed. And that's
why I said the Feds been watching him since probably when Tuga got and like they probably was looking to see who did it, probably wasn't able to figure it out. But by him going in front of the bus stop, that changes everything. You putting light on your own situation.
exactly where he is.
Thing other than Durk's impressive ability to foresee his future in federal custody. Unfortunately, only a few months after the death of Mubu Crump, Durk would experience yet another loss that would hit very close to home, as his cousin Darnell Banks, better known as OTF Baby D, was killed in a shooting in the far south side of Chicago in October 2018. But this wasn't the whole story, as Baby D was not alone at the time of the shooting, but allegedly with D-Thang, whose age at the time matches that of one of the victims reported by local news, as well as another 32-year-old man. The trio would reportedly get ambushed in a McDonald's parking lot shortly before 3 a.m., all of them sustaining multiple gunshot wounds, but thankfully D-Thang would end up surviving once again, together with the 32-year-old man. In her memoir, D-Thang and Durk's mother would confirm him being one of the victims of the shooting, writing how this had been one of the most serious out of all of the shootings that D-Thang had survived, and how Baby D's death would lead.
I ain't gonna lie, speaking of mamas, but y'all seen King Von mama? What? God. But she fine as a mother. Damn. I'm like, what is you doing with all of that?
Anyway, let's keep on. Heartbroken. Baby D's murder would go unsolved, but but Melly's name would once again begin to ring in online speculations, as photos would begin to circulate of one of Baby D's cousins wearing a Long Live Baby D shirt with a large F Melly text boldly printed on the front, together with a picture of him. Dirk would also seemingly begin to diss Melly often in his songs following Baby D's death, like saying how there is one special op that they haven't killed yet in his July 2019 song Like That, or even specifically addressing the person who killed his cousin in his August 2019 song Die Slow, is likely being a reference to either Newski or Baby D, or seemingly giving an order to his guys to make sure that he died.
I need to see what year Melly died,
After the
though.
release of this song, 051 Melly would be killed on the south side of Chicago
Okay.
attending a house party at the 6100 block of St. Lawrence Avenue, this being in the hood of the Jaro City and Type 1 world. But despite the peculiar time...
Hold on, we gotta run that back. So I'm thinking this is probably like about 2019.
In her memoir, Defang and Dirk's mother would confirm him being one of the victims of the shooting, writing how this had been one of the most serious out of all of the shootings that Defang had survived, and how Baby D's death would leave him heartbroken. Baby D's murder would go unsolved, but Melly's name would once again begin to ring in online speculations, as photos would begin to circulate of one of Baby D's cousins wearing a Long Live Baby D shirt with a large F Melly text boldly printed on the front, together with a picture of him. Dirk would also seemingly begin to diss Melly often in his songs following Baby D's death, like saying how there is one special op that they haven't killed yet in his July 2019 song Like That, or even specifically addressing the person who killed his cousin in his August 2019 song Die Slow.
Hey, where y'all coming from? City, state, Providence, country, let me know where y'all coming from.
Exactly 1 month after the release of this song, 051 Melly would be killed on the south side of Chicago while attending a house party at the 6100 block of St. Lawrence Avenue, this being in the hood of the Jaro City and Type 1 world sets. But despite the peculiar timing, Dirk would seemingly have nothing to do with Melly's death, as his killer would allegedly turn out to be someone with a personal vendetta against Melly, a Type 1 world member called 007 Nate, real name Nathaniel.
007, that nigga look like...
Allegedly
I can't even say it, but yeah, that nigga don't look like 007.
Proof beyond reasonable doubt, and despite the fact that he was identified as the shooter by multiple witnesses and seen entering the house with a gun and then fleeing the house after the shooting, and being eventually caught a few days later with the murder weapon still on him, it didn't stick. Now, if that's not a sign that you can get away with murder in Chicago, I really don't know what it is. But anyway, despite having nothing to do with Melly's death, Dirk would seemingly keep dissing Melly in his songs, like rapping the bar, asking how someone can get killed while partying in his December 2020 song Refugee, and rapping in his intro song for the January 2021 album The Voice, that since the person who killed his cousin is dead, he can finally rest, as well as seemingly calling Melly his favorite op, who's now dead, in the August 2020 song Bad Guys by the former OTF rapper Timo. Defang, on the other hand, would tweet in June 2020 how every op that ever shot him is now dead, and that he walks around with 50K in jewelry in his...
He said every op that ever shot him is dead. Damn. That's cold-blooded, bro. That's cold-blooded.
You are watching a master at work.
Hood. Psychologists taking this to mean that Baby D's killer was now dead too. For Defang, the shooting that killed Baby D was a near-fatal moment and should have probably served as his final warning to get as far away from Chicago as possible. But unfortunately, this was not the case, as Defang would seemingly keep returning to his hometown time and time again, until finally in the summer of 2021, his luck would indeed run out.
I'm Mike, and I just passed my CDL exam. On the first try, thank
time again, until finally in the summer of 2021, his luck would indeed run out. It was only 2 days after Dirk hit another career high, releasing his #1 collaboration album with Lil Baby, Voice of the Heroes, during the early morning hours of the 6th of June, when Defang was out partying in the city of Harvey, which is in the far
Day
south
before
side
my
of the
birthday,
greater
the
Chicago
6th of
area.
June.
He was reportedly attending a strip club called Club O, located in the middle of the city's industrial district. According to the Chicago Sun-Times, who would seemingly confuse Defang to be a rap artist like his brother, they would...
Hold on, we gotta run that back.
And time again.
I gotta write that down. But I gotta write the Future shit down. You know, hey, y'all, Future just dropped this album today too, y'all. Go check it out.
2 days after Dirk hit another
Future
career
just
high,
dropped
releasing
his
his
album.
#1 collaboration album with Lil Baby.
This is
Voice
not
of
a
the Heroes,
test.
during the early morning hours of the 6th of June, when Defang was out partying in the city
This
of
is
Harvey,
not a
which is in the
drill.
far south side of the greater Chicago area. He was reportedly attending a strip club called Club O, located in the middle of the city's industrial district. According to the Chicago Sun-Times, who would seemingly confuse Defang to be a rap artist like his brother, they would explain that the shooting that killed Defang involved multiple guns, and even a police officer who was nearby when the shooting started, an officer who would actually get hit in their thigh during the chaos. Unfortunately, Defang would be shot in the head and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Another OTF member called Trail had seemingly been at the club with D-Thang, and he too would get shot during the altercation, but would survive, later posting a thank you message to the people who had been concerned about him, as well as paying tribute to D-Thang and saying that he put his life on the line for him. Soon following D-Thang's death, there would be another deadly shooting, only an 8-minute drive away from the club, which the police would consider to be a possible retaliation. The victim in this shooting being a 39-year-old named Tanika Price. There has since seemingly been no updates about this get-back theory. From here, the media and fans would find out about D-Thang's death, and Reddit would light up with questions and theories.
Yeah, that boy, that's Trap. I can hear his voice. That's Trap. You know, y'all, we fuck with Trap. We react to Trap Moral's channel, and you know, we be reacting to Trap Laurels as a streamer. But yeah, you got some good takes on a lot of shit, bro. Like, you gotta watch the King Von one, the one where they talking about King Von as a serial killer, bro. You gotta watch that. Just sit down and get you some popcorn and watch that whole motherfucking thing, because you'll be like, God damn. King Von was trying to, I ain't even gonna say that.
One as famous and wanted as D-Thang, who had so much at stake with so many enemies, would risk going out partying at such a risky location. The internet would quickly turn into a hub for speculation, as amateur sleuths pieced together their own theories about what might have led to the murder, with some theories.
Yeah, that was crazy. And at the same time, too, you know, when you was in there and you seen them guys, you knew it was gonna be an issue. You knew it was gonna be a problem. Y'all mugging, y'all being cool through the whole time, but then y'all mugging and ice grilling. See, I ain't one of them type people. We out somewhere, I notice some mug, some heat, tension. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's either I'm finna check your temperature on while you doing all this mugging and all that, or I'm finna leave. Either way it go, I'm getting out the jam. Either way. But it's a crazy situation, man.
Speculating that D-Thang had been killed due to his alleged past as a shooter for his Dog Pound set. These theories revolving particularly around Dog Pound's beef with a set called Dump Street, also known as Gutter Gang or Nate Block, sets that are part of the so-called No Love City alliance formed between numerous majority gangster disciple sets around Inglewood. As mentioned earlier in this video, No Love sets have been beefing with the BD sets from Inglewood, like Lamron and Dog Pound, since at least the...
Yeah, so it's just a lot of factions going against each other. Shit damn near like the damn video games. Damn near like San Andreas. I don't know, my old heads, they know San Andreas. But we used to, San Andreas was a game that took us out to the limits, bro. Like, we was, like, that game right there was, but that's how the young kids in Chicago coming up now think about life. Like, it's like GTA, like, we could steal a car, shoot somebody, rob somebody, whatever. And so, certain songs that we listen to, scamming niggas, where they scamming niggas at and all that, bro. That shit, it brings on death to a culture. Death to a culture.
Real name Marcus Rush, who was allegedly part of a set called CMB, or Crazy Bill. This set having years-long ties with Dump Street, while having had at least a decade-long beef with the Dog Pound. D-Thang himself having dissed the set all the way back in 2014, with the wildest theories even claiming that it was D-Thang himself who had actually killed 8Ball, while the most attuned drill whisperers would reveal that many members of 8Ball's set had allegedly been posting tributes to him right after D-Thang's murder, with some of these tributes still seemingly being available online. However, many would question the rumors about D-Thang being a killer, as he had always presented himself as more of a businessman than a bona fide shooter, although D-Thang himself would change his Twitter handle to D-Thang 2 times in 2017. Now, the number and X combination typically symbolizes in the drill culture the number of bodies a person had caught, with the other D-Thang from the 600 set using the same combination to seemingly claim 3 bodies. But whether D-Thang himself...
we going to Poetic Flacco, man. Going back to Poetic Flacco, Shannon Sharp crashes out after he got disrespected on his podcast to see what happened. Might
This
be
is the
some good
most
shit.
anticipated
Might be a good one
of the
right
year.
here.
No internet connection needed. No wiring or complicated installation. And best of all, it's completely free to use for life.
All these damn commercials. I mean, I ain't gonna lie.
Shannon Sharp had the boxer Shakur Stevenson on his podcast tonight, It was an absolute spectacle, bro. Shannon Sharp crashed out after being disrespected by Shakur. Shakur crashed out. So this all started because Shannon Sharp told Shakur he don't like his fighting style. Now, this is not something that's brand new. I think Floyd Mayweather went through the same thing, where essentially Floyd fights towards the end, especially when he like broke his hand. It got boring. Floyd was unable to knock out people. It was essentially a defensive fight. People got sick and tired and bored, and Floyd kind of like outpointing people to the victory. So Shannon is expressing the same thing with Shakur, essentially telling Shakur, hey man, your fights are boring. You won't get the credit you deserve if you don't knock out people. People won't consider you the best. And Shakur took great offense to that.
You going at the end of my career?
I don't believe
you going to say
rank you like that.
You going to say why was his fight so easy? Why wasn't he hurt? Because I'm that great. That's what you want to say.
We're not saying that you're not great, Shakur, but I don't believe. And this is me. This is my opinion.
Sometimes opinions can get you in trouble out, child.
He's right, you know.
For real.
Joe has his opinion. Ocho believes you hung the moon. I don't believe that you're going to get the credit you deserve without knocking people out.
That's why you never boxed before.
That's not boxing.
That's how I know you never boxed before. Floyd Mayweather, you can talk about Floyd Mayweather. You can say the guys that he knocked out, but in the tail end of his prime, he wasn't just knocking guys out. This is not true.
No, because the hand got brittle.
Exactly. I got hand problems too. What's the difference?
Well, I didn't know that. My bad.
Everybody know that. That's why you ain't been doing your homework. You gotta do your homework.
But you can't say just because I don't like your style that.
Damn, this nigga, hey, bro, I like this one though. I like this one. Yeah, this pretty good right here though.
He's right, you know.
I like it.
I don't know why.
You don't.
I grew up in an era where Sugar Ray was knocking
You just
people
told
out.
me that I don't put myself in harm's way by getting in the ring.
Now, if you get in the ring, you in harm's way. I ain't gonna lie. For real. As soon as you step in that ring, it's on.
That's what you told me. That let me know that you don't do your
But
homework.
you talk about one fight. You talk about Teofimo.
Any fight.
What about all the other
Any
fights?
fight.
I'm not
Any
hold on.
fight.
Am
Any
I
fight.
the only
All
one
these
saying that
guys
about
get
you?
right.
I'm just putting one thing. Am I the only one that's ever said that about your fighting style? Yes
A
or
lot
no?
of people that don't know boxing say that.
No.
I'm not a boxing expert. I'm not Max Kellerman. I can't break to you the intricacy of the boxing. And no. I'm only tell you what I see with my eyes. The last Shakur fight that I watched, and after this fight, like I told myself, I'm done watching Shakur, was when he fought, I think it was like Williams Zepeda. Like that's the fight essentially, like everybody on social media said, bro, this is the most boring stuff. Bro, we've never seen anything more boring before. Like this fight is boring. These dudes were walking around the ring, running from each other. Like it was terrible. Like Shakur essentially was backing up the entire fight. It was terrible to watch. After that fight, I say, yeah, I'm done watching Shakur fights. But that's just me though. Now, I'm not saying he's not a good fighter, he's not a great fighter. I just personally said I'm not wasting my time anymore watching Shakur Stevenson fight. I'm good.
To be honest with you, out of all the fighters in boxing history, I've never seen a Shakur, I guess his name is Stewart. I hope his name is Stewart, Shakur Stewart. Yeah, highlight reel or whatever.
Right? If I want to see track, I'll go watch like track and field, bro. Like I'm now watching somebody back up and walk around the entire fight, okay, and try to win off of points and jabs. So clearly, Shannon Sharp isn't the only person with this opinion. Now Shakur is dismissing it as anybody with this opinion don't know boxing. Again, I'm not a boxing expert. I can just tell you what my eyes see, and my eyes saw Shakur backing up with Williams Zepeda. It was very boring. The general consensus on social media was this dude fights are boring. So I guess any and everybody who has ever criticized Shakur don't know boxing. But nonetheless, though, Shakur took this.
It's a real boxer fans know what it is. I got what he is saying, but I disagree.
Really personal. And took this conversation somewhere it didn't really need to go. This could have just been a boxing conversation. He kind of escalated this conversation to a point it didn't need to go at all.
I can't tell you. I don't know the answer to that.
But you can
I don't pay attention to it.
All the good things that people are saying. You can tell me what Bud said. You can tell me what Floyd said. You can tell me what Roger Ford said. But you can't tell me any negative.
So it tells me that you surround, and that's how we are.
Yeah.
You consume the news.
I'm surrounded. Finish your sentence. Cause you about to you about to say a sentence. I'm surrounded by what?
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying you consume the positive news.
When he said you're surrounded by it, and he didn't finish the sentence, he came back and checked him on it, and now he's like he backpedaling. Let's see what's gonna happen.
And so if somebody says something that you don't want to hear, you assume, well, I don't value your opinion because you're not a boxing official.
I assume that you don't know about boxing. That's all I'm trying to
You don't know about basketball, but you got an opinion.
I don't try to debate. If I'm sitting here with Kawhi Leonard, I wouldn't try to debate with Kawhi Leonard about basketball. I'm not that ignorant.
I can't have an opinion about
what I'm trying to tell you is you're being ignorant. That's it.
That man just went over your head. If you didn't grow up in a certain environment or you didn't grow up around certain people, then you don't understand what Shakur Stevenson just said and how disrespectful.
Let me see where they going. They might be cooking a little bit. They might be cooking just a little bit. Let me see what's going on.
Respectful that is. If you grew up around a certain generation of black folks, if you grew up around black folks from a certain region or demographic, then you understand Shannon Sharp is a 50, 60-year-old black man who's from the South. That ignorant word, now Shakur could have said other things like, hey, you a casual, you don't know what you're talking. But when you say you ignorant, that's damn near a slur. That's damn near one of the most.
But to be honest with you, if you are ignorant, I mean that the word ignorant just means not knowing. You don't know what it is. Like that's just like if I came from another planet and you gave this to me and I'm like, they asked me what this is, I'm like, I don't know. So I'm ignorant to the fact. So it's just ignorant is just not knowing. But
you could ever say from somebody in his generation from where he's from. He's from deep down south, bro. He's 50 plus years old. You call that man ignorant? Those are fighting words. If Shakur Stevenson was in front of Shannon Sharp, they would have been fighting the tussling. That word is the most disrespectful thing you could call someone from where Shannon Sharp is from and what he has experienced. Shakur knew what he was doing, man. When I heard him say that, I knew automatically, oh yeah, it's about to go downhill. And I caught it, because you know what happened? It went downhill. From that moment on, things just completely derailed, and it got super personal.
He's like, you ignorant. God,
no, you're behind for the sentence. Oh my gosh, no. Guys, we're looking at some of the most interesting props.
Personal. I get all that. That's fine.
You're being ignorant.
Shakur, book ignorant is something that should never come out of your mouth because you don't have a degree.
Okay.
I run circles around you in the class.
Brother, I don't give a by the fact that
I've never called you ignorant.
There is a million people on the planet that have not finished high school or finished school.
Oh, this shit going crazy. They're about the battle of the two dummies.
They didn't call me ignorant. You did. Be respectful.
You're being ignorant when it comes to the sport of boxing. I'm calling you ignorant when it comes to the sport of boxing. You are in boxing. You are in boxing.
You're ignorant about.
See, like, I just think that he took too much offense to the word. If somebody call you ignorant on something, it's the fact that you're ignorant. That's just like if I go to we'll just say, let's say I do security as a job. That's my job. I secure things. I go Monday morning, I start at Google. I wouldn't know the first thing to fucking do. I would be ignorant to what goes on inside of a global company that, you know what I'm saying, runs damn near the internet, like, or they got their own the most popular website, and it's like I wouldn't even know. So you definitely could call me ignorant
Oh,
on
I don't
that.
care.
Shit,
I'm
I
not
wouldn't
trying to
know.
be the smartest of all sports. You're trying to be smart about me.
You're not the smartest boxer.
I'm not the smartest boxer. I'm a way smarter boxer than your favorite fighter.
You say your favorite fighter. Let's see who his favorite fighter is. It's coming up. Hey, coming to a theater near you, y'all. It's coming up.
You don't know who my favorite fighter is.
I don't have to know.
You don't not. I tell you what.
Don't be mad at me because you can't ask.
This is what I do.
You gotta ask. That's it. You gotta ask.
And what?
In boxing. In boxing, yes. You gotta.
I have an opinion about my style and what I like to see.
And you can have your opinion.
I didn't try to say, well, you this, you
You
that.
can
That's
have
all
your
I
opinion.
said.
I don't have no problems with your opinion. I do that. No,
Yes,
I don't.
You just called me ignorant, but
I
you
said
ain't
you're ignorant in the sport of boxing. I done told you this 100 times.
Which
Whether you
means
want to hear it
it's my
or not.
opinion.
In boxing, you are ignorant.
Like, for real though, bro. Like, that shit was petty. That was petty, bro. Like, if he would have said I was ignorant in the sport of boxing, bro, I might be. I don't know, like, how to count all this shit. Like, bro, I just don't want a nigga get in there and there's a motherfucker who, an animal and go crazy and knock folks out like Mike Tyson used to do back in the day. That's when we knew boxing. Like, we don't know nothing about this new school shit, bro. That's when we was really into it.
My opinion.
And I
It's
stand
my
by that.
opinion. It's my opinion. You got upset because I don't fall in
No. You're not.
This conversation is not about boxing. I first want to put that out there. And you're about to find out very shortly why this conversation was never about boxing. Shannon Sharp is pissed off at Shakur Stevenson for bringing up the fact, that he went through a situation last year on a podcast and talking trash about.
Yeah, so y'all already know what happened last year with y'all know what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, he got caught up with some of that. He got caught up with a little something, and they was gonna either call the police or you pay her.
Shannon Sharp going through that situation. Shakur is mad at Shannon Sharp for having opinions about his boxing, which is why Shakur was on a podcast gossiping and talking trash about Shannon Sharp and bringing up Shannon Sharp's situation from last year. Shannon Sharp will ultimately bring that up. And I say that to say, Shannon Sharp knows he's a casual. Like, when you're...
You said Shannon Sharp should be better than that. Yeah, I mean, he older, so he should know. Like, bro, like, okay, I'm 48. Like I said, the word wouldn't have offended me as much as it offended him. Like, and that's why, like, when Poetic was like, that word and all that, like, bro, ignorant. If you're ignorant to, it's almost like, yeah, I ain't gonna go that far, but yeah, if you're ignorant to something, you just don't know what it is. That's what ignorance is. That's why people say ignorance is bliss. That means if you don't know, you just having fun. Like, if you don't know the repercussions or whatever, ignorance is bliss. I don't know if y'all ever heard that,
boxing
but
stance
they
is, and
be
he
saying
can't.
that shit.
Like, you don't know what his boxing stance. You can't name the boxing stance you're describing. You are a casual, but he still has his opinion. But Shannon Sharp came to this podcast with an agenda. Shakur came to this podcast with an agenda. Both these dudes were pissed off about the conversations they were both having about each other on their own individual platforms. So Shannon Sharp even brings this up and tells Shakur he's broke, that he can't see him when it comes to that paper, and he heard what Shakur was saying about his situation from last year.
Hey, bro, this is pretty good, though. This is a good one. This is a good one, because I didn't know all this shit was going on Nightcap. I watch Nightcap all the time. I react to it sometimes, but I didn't know this was going on nightcap.
From my perspective, if they would have started this
2
conversation
hours
off with
ago.
this,
So that probably was last night. I could agree with you on that last comment. Um, what W? It's some with a W. I can't see it. I'm looking through my.
like
I'm
2
looking at
hours
the
of
phone
conversation.
right now. So.
Right? If Shannon Sharp would have told Shakur, hey man, all right, I heard what you said about my situation from last year. I don't like you. I think you're broke. Don't speak on me. Conversation over. Cool.
Here's why you should switch from Google to DuckDuckGo on all your devices. With Duck.
Cool. But they beat around the bush until they finally got to what the root of their issue is.
No, I hope he get everything right with his personal life. But you ain't gonna bet that money for real. You bluffing.
What
you bluffing?
I'm
You
going
ain't gonna
bet.
bet shit.
I'm gonna bet.
It might not. Hey, the bet might not be. Oh, he gonna bet something right. Nah, he gonna bet something nice, but they ain't betting no 100,000. So what he gonna bet? What's the number?
We gonna bet.
I say that's what you gonna bet. Oh, check. Oh, so I'm asking Unc right now what he gonna bet. What that got to do with you right now, Unc? What you gonna bet? Don't save him. I'm saying the number. Don't save him. I get my cut. Oh, you set him up.
Hold on. What you mean save me?
Yeah, wait.
Hey Shakur.
Yo.
I know you had a lot to say about that situation that I went through last year. Don't let that situation.
What situation?
I still around to check the bank about.
Hey, we gotta run that back. Hold on, we gotta run that back. What? This is funny, bro. Like, this shit right here is hilarious.
Fanaticz, real trap shit.
Save him. I'm saying the number. Don't save him. I get my cut. Oh, you set him up.
Hold on. What you mean save me?
Yeah, wait.
Hey Shakur.
Yo.
I know you had a lot to say about that situation that I went through last year. Don't let that situation.
What situation?
I still around to check the bank accounts. So don't let that.
What situation?
I know you've been fighting for a minute.
I'm confused. What situation you talking about?
Don't worry about it. We'll talk off free. I know you've been fighting for a minute. Your pocket's not that deep.
Okay, so bet it. That's all I never said my.
No.
Hey, hold on. Hey, hold on.
No. I'm gonna put it out there for you like this here.
Hey, buddy told him, hey, don't think cause she took what? I think she took 50 million. Well, you let an OnlyFans model come and take 53 million from you, bro. Like, that's scary, bro. Yeah, that's scary, dog. That's some spooky shit.
I know you've been fighting for a minute. Your pocket's not this deep.
I'm not trying to have a competition on who pockets deeper.
Don't talk about I'm scared. Hey,
I'm not trying to have a competition off of who pockets deeper. You go. How old are you?
Because you talking about, you not gonna bet, or you scared.
That nigga said, how old are you? Now, as a young person, I would say that. Like, as a young person in an argument like this, and we talking about money and things of that nature, I would ask, okay, nigga, you damn near 60. You should be set in life and doing your thing and this and that. So why is you to me, like looking from the young person's standpoint of view, I'd be like, why is you boasting about that? Like, okay, you could do it, but okay, and what? Nigga, like, shit, what I'm supposed to do? Shit.
Fanaticz, real trap shit.
Oh, they said something about the little X-Files. Oh, y'all like that? You like the X-Files? That's funny. I got all kind of shit on here, bro.
How old are you?
Okay.
How old are you?
Hey, don't worry about it.
How old are you?
The money's
Who
gonna be
is
good.
here? Hold on, I'm gonna go there too. How old are you?
I don't know how old
Man,
I
you
am.
know your age.
But I
I
tell
bet
you
you when I
what,
get your age, I have more money than you.
Damn.
they take.
Damn. He played him with that shit. Ooh, he got him with that. He said, we gotta run that back. We gotta run that back, y'all. That right there. That was some little young nigga player shit right there. He played with it for that one though.
You over there too. How old are you?
I don't know how old
Man,
I
you
am.
know your age.
But
I bet you when I get your age, I have more money than you.
It was like a quietness. Like, it was a quietness. Like, hey, it was a quietness.
They take, bro, all I'm gonna say is this. All I'm gonna say is this. They still take money from the 1800s. So money don't get
I'm
old.
down, but you went to a place where I'm ready to go. Once I get your age,
You
I
kept
bet I
saying,
got more money
I ain't
than
gonna
you.
bet no. You kept saying,
Once I get your age,
like I ain't got no money. Look here, I got enough.
Okay.
When I leave here, I'm gonna leave my kids in a better situation.
I agree, but that's why I say we ain't even gotta go to. You said something about the situation. I ain't say nothing about your situation.
No, you did. You did. You was talking because you heard what I said. I heard what you said. Somebody said it to him that he got in the situation. I heard what you said, and you know you said it. Don't worry.
He said, I heard what you said. I know you said it. Like,
I've been mad enough to. I've been.
okay,
You talking about you got more money than me right now. I'm telling you, by the time I get your age.
You see what I mean? Well, no, somebody said it to me that you should have started off with that. I don't think Shannon Sharp in his mind thought Shakur Stevenson was calling him broke. No reasonable person hears you're scared to bet and think, oh, you called him broke. No, that's not what that means. No, that's just you're scared to bet, meaning you don't believe your opinions. You aren't rooted in your convictions. Like, you don't really believe what you're saying. Like, you don't believe I can lose. You're just saying it. But Shannon Sharp using that as an excuse to go that personal and to bring up money shows he already had resentment towards Shakur for speaking up on his situation. He went into the...
Yeah, this whole thing is just, it just went to hell. It was some bullshit. But, yeah. Hold on, y'all. We let me see. Let me do oh, okay. It came up too. Let me do I'm gonna try to take this on out to the end. Law and Crime Network. That's who we're about to react to. Law and Crime Network. Talking about the young man, Mr. Nolan Wells. Let's see what happens.
I'm gonna make my favorite 30-minute fall dinner and white bean and smoked sausage fillet. I'm gonna pull up the recipe on the Lewis app.
A Mississippi family is trying to cope with a heartbreaking update from volunteers searching for a missing teen. Searchers believe they found the body of 18-year-old Nolan Xavier Wells after he headed out on a boat trip with friends for July 4th and never came back. What happened out there on the water? Why was Nolan the only member of his friend group who didn't return to shore?
Come on now. Why? You're the only black person. Why? Like, now that right there, it make me mad. Like, that type of shit right there, it upsets me. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're the only black person, and you the only person that don't come back alive. I mean, it is what it is, but you know, it's just like my people, we don't get our just due, like as far as, you know, justice. Like justice, we don't get justice. Sometimes we do, sometimes they overturn things and, you know, make it right, but for the most part, we don't get no justice, man.
And what is next in the search for answers? I'm going to be speaking with one of the members of the United Cajun Navy who was out there actively searching when the devastating news came in. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
July 4th, Independence Day. It's a holiday that a lot of people spend out on the water all across the United States, from beach days along the Atlantic to boat days on the lake. It's supposed to be just a great way to spend a hot summer day. But the water, as we know, also carries a lot of dangers. And this small island called Horn Island.
So I'm listening to it, but I'm trying to pick up what they're putting down. If y'all know what I mean, I'm trying to pick up what they're putting down. Like that is how we talk around here. But yeah,
Island has now become the center of a death investigation. So Horn Island is a long, thin barrier island south of Pascagoula, Mississippi. It's part of the Gulf Coast. It's only accessible by boat. This is according to the National Park Service, so limited accessibility, right? Now, according to family members and the Jackson County, Mississippi Sheriff's Office, 18-year-old Nolan Wells went to Horn Island with several friends on Saturday. This young, fit wide receiver for the Southwest Mississippi Community College football team was last seen at around 3 p.m. that day. New York Post reported that he was, quote, talking.
So we already heard earlier, you know, in this video, we was talking about, we was reacting to Poetic Flacco's video, and he was talking about the time frame. They said 3 o'clock. Little friends on the boat, they said 3 o'clock. The girl that was talking to him on the island, she said 4 o'clock. And they ended up leaving out at 4:30. So, like, I don't know, but hey, this shit, hey, I'm gonna tell you, but this gonna be some big shit, because it's gonna get solved, and it's gonna be some shit that break the internet. I ain't gonna lie, this one right here gonna break the internet.
To a girl on the north end of Horn Island. When he was reported missing, multiple agencies jumped into action. The United Cajun Navy, their incident commander, Josh Gill, posted about the search on Facebook over the weekend.
About 6'1", 180 pounds, was last seen on that north end of Horn Island. Guys, he hasn't been found. Okay, he was last talking to a girl on that north end. He went out to Horn Island with some buddies yesterday out on a boat. He's not been heard from in close to 24 hours. So guys, if you're out there fishing, if you're out there, you know, jet skiing, doing whatever you guys are doing, keep your eyes out for Nolan.
Now, I'm going to be speaking with the Cajun Navy's Vice President, Brian Trasher, in just a moment. I want to get a better sense of what the search was like, because he was actively searching for Nolan when it's believed Nolan's body was found. Nolan's mom, Christine, got a hold of these photos that Nolan had apparently taken with friends aboard a boat the day that he went missing. She flooded social media with these photos, asking for anyone with information to get in touch with authorities. And it's unclear so far what Nolan's friends told law enforcement, told authorities when they reported they couldn't find him. But according
Harbor Freight Tools are working hard in Nico's one-man shop in Illinois. He demands affordable tools that don't quit because he never quits. Harbor Freight, built for tool people. This weekend, get a free 5-gallon bucket when you spend $29.99 in store.
But according to the sheriff's office, it was a park ranger that spotted a body at around 8:45 a.m. Monday morning. Authorities haven't officially released an identity. They're apparently still waiting for DNA test results, but media outlet WA.
Hey, we need to get these. Hey, thank you for everything. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all of just thank you for everything you put forth as far as this shit, because, bro.
PT in Jackson reported that the coroner said there's no reason to believe it's not Nolan. According to TMZ, the body was in the water near the northwest end of the island. WAPT also reports that an autopsy is planned for today, Tuesday, and we can learn a lot more once those results are released, but that could potentially be weeks from now. In the meantime, his family is just trying to come to grips with the fact that this happened, that this young man, a college sophomore known for showing off his skills in the football field with his whole life ahead of him, is now dead. Died during what was just supposed to be a day out on the water. And Christine confirmed this heartbreaking development in a Facebook post. Quote, I want to thank our family.
So the way that law and crime, the way they put in the picture, it look like it ain't gonna be good for you. It look like they about to put the press on you.
Friends, community, United Cajun Navy, local law enforcement, everyone involved for all the love, support, resources of the last few days. His father, our family, friends, and I are absolutely devastated. Heartbroken for my sweet son, who is always willing to cheer and uplift others. Nolan was a special soul. God took his time creating our son. I ask that you please give me and my family time to grieve. Southwest Mississippi Community College's president also released a statement saying, quote, the entire Southwest family is heartbroken as we mourn the tragic loss of Nolan Wells. Nolan was an exemplary student, athlete, friend, and teammate. We remember Nolan as a well-respected young man who was very popular among friends, faculty, and staff. We love Nolan, and he will be greatly missed in many ways. Our continued prayers will be with the Wells family now and in the days to come. At first, Christine had put out this message on Facebook saying that no GoFundMe had been set up yet, and that any pages that were set up, it was a scam. Unfortunately, we've seen this before in other cases, someone taking advantage of already a tragic situation. But since then, a friend did set up